Hello and welcome to the final round of the GT Club TA2 series. My name is Matt Nippers from Go Race Promotions. Welcome back! Hope everyone's been having a great weekend. Hope you got stuck into some chocolate eggs. Maybe indulged a little bit too much perhaps. I don't know. Let me know what you guys did over your long weekend. It is just me in the commentary box tonight. I am all alone, unless I am mistaken. Oh, hello, we have someone, oh, hello, we might have a commentator. Let me just, write a quick message. I'm a little bit too slow with this one. I wasn't keeping an eye on my Discord. Very slow on that one. Looks like we will have a spare commentator with me tonight, and it will be the one and only Daniel Cicluna. See if he comes in. J-Boss Games, we have not organised anything with Wreckfest yet. Been very busy. Had other things going on. Fortunately, my day job, it becomes a nightmare when someone calls a bloody election. So I've been very, very, very tired of late. But don't worry, we'll get onto it. We will get onto it. So tonight we have got 3 races tonight. Yeah, Ruka, someone say Wreckfest. Yeah, we will get a Wreckfest night happening. I can assure you of that. But anyway, let's go to this track. It is Mount Panorama. Everyone should know this track. If you don't, get out. It's bad enough that 2 of you out there don't know what Super GT is. Get out now. No, just kidding. Stay. Stay. Just a joke. It's just a joke. Yeah, that is the current poll at the moment. What do you think of Super GT round number 1? I'm not expecting a lot of people to know what on earth I'm talking about, but if you did, let me know. Super GT from Okoyama, I think it was, over the weekend. Amazing, amazing day of racing. It is, every time I watch that series, I get reminded as to why I love Super GT so much. It almost came down to the final corner, final lap, but unfortunately the damn Toyota Supras took the win. But hey, Nissan GTR won GT3, so yes! Love my GTR. But right now we should probably be focusing on TA2 with GT Club. Everyone knows the balls at Mount Panorama. That they do, Dusties. Currently watching Kim Weckert muscle these nightmare of cars. I haven't done any laps myself around here, but I can tell you right now, it would be incredibly uncomfortable. And, well, we have someone joining me in the commentary box. It is Daniel Cicluna. Daniel, welcome to the commentary box. This is a bit of an unusual position for you to be in. Give me 1 second. For some reason, my Discord always defaults me my output device to my monitor speakers. Do you want to try that again, please, Dan?
Yeah, no worries. So I thought I'd just, I don't know, if you guys want in the stream, thought I'd give everyone a bit of a lap around Bathurst in these cars. It's a bit of a handful, to say the least, I'd say. But yeah, if you guys want it, then let me know.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you're actually on track. So, well, we're riding on board with you right now. So, I guess we'll talk about how you're probably feeling for tonight while we're waiting for you to start this lap. How are you feeling tonight? You reckon you can take it up to the likes of Cotter and Weckert and Dravelmere?
Oh, I reckon I'll give it my best shot. Probably, I reckon Cotter will be, like, as fast as always. As it's currently pushed to talk, so I'm kind of just negating this, negating Skyline with my button pressed there. But yeah, I reckon Cotter will give me a fair fight. Kim could be in the shot with a shot as well. Dravelmere is always up there, and keep an eye on Justin Rediex. He's had a bit more seat time than the rest of us, so you know that'll prove quite vital, I reckon, for this race.
Yes, Justin Reddy X, our forever dark horse. He's one day he will lose that title, but he is definitely up there at the moment, P2, and this is his first time driving the car by the sounds of things as well.
Yeah, and he honestly really good. Like, because these things are, as I'm about to go off here, but yeah, these things are, as you can see, a bit of a handful. Like, give it a bit of jandle out of the chase there.
I'll let you talk us through this lap then. Take it away, Dan.
Alrighty, so coming into the Murphy's corner, want to get nice bit of drive out of that final corner to start your flying lap. So coming into Hell corner, take this one a little bit slower and just ease onto that throttle. You want to be able to get a bit better into the corner. They carry a bit more speed, but this is a demonstration lap, so I don't think I'll go that quick. Tyres are still a bit cold. Up to fourth. Get yourself ready for it's Penrite Pass, not Griffin's Bend, as everyone would say. So just keep it tight. And up here, up to the cutting, down to first gear. Keep it really tight. Watch that throttle application. I almost had a bit of a moment there. Short shift to second. These things just have so much torque, so they can just absolutely. You can put the power down, and they will just rip. Coming up here, little shift up to third. You can kind of tippy toe through what's that?
McPhillamy.
Sorry, this is McPhillamy. That was, I think, Reed Park. So coming down Skyline, this is where I really need all my brain power. Down to second, down to first gear, hug the inside there, and then get through the dipper. Try not to lock a front like I did there. Up to second. Now keep it all the way to the right. It is so easy to lock a brake here. You ideally want to be a bit more to the right through Forest Elbow. But coming onto the straight here, you max out about 285 k's in these things. Still quite fast for a thing that has quite a bit of but pretty heavy. Not much in terms of downforce. Anyway, big break here. Down to third, down to second, down to first. Keep it tight. Up to second. A short shift up to second. See the squirrely does not want to get that power down. And down here, Murphy's a little all back down. First gear. With that way, a little bit of a wheel spin there, and that right there, Ferrells, is a lap.
Can you confirm or deny that you hit multiple shingles on that lap?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, we've got all the other Murphy sayings in there. A few other Kiwi sayings in there. The old jandle. Dusty's in chat saying, sounds like you've got a bit of a fight on your hand there. I have to agree. Have you got that force feedback turned right up?
Yeah, I normally do. I mean, this is I've got a Fanatec Club Sport, so it's not really a direct drive, but it's definitely up there when it comes to force feedback and all that. So this thing does clip out a lot. I tend to run it quite high for what it's supposed to be, but it still does the job really, really well. Just unfortunately decides to turn itself off every so often.
I have the same problem with my CSL Elite. Just randomly switches itself off, and then I have to quit out of the game and rejoin, restart the steering. Yeah, pain in the ass.
Yeah, mine just turns into console mode for some reason.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. I think I've fixed the problem. I've actually had to pull the universal hub apart a couple of times just to because one of the wires was actually shorting, and that button cluster was actually a part of the two buttons that you use to put it into console mode. So if anyone's having trouble with their universal hub deciding to turn itself off or go into console mode, that might be your answer. So, but still, bloody awesome wheel. Cannot complain.
Yep, well, I So, guess I'll leave you to it, because Matt Cotter's just going faster, and he's going faster again. So,
yeah, I had a feeling he was going to be on the pace straight away, so, yeah, I'll leave you to it, man, and hope we can put on a good show for you guys.
I know you guys will. Anyway, good luck, Scuzz.
Catch you there, mate, and catch you later.
Okay, well, thank you very much to Daniel Cicluna there for giving us a wild ride around that circuit. These cars, I've said it before, they are not the easiest cars to drive, and Cicluna just proving that every single corner on that lap just then. Is a man we want to keep an eye on, as Dan was saying. Justin Rediex, forever the dark horse. He's unfortunately overshadowed by just about everyone else that's around him, but do not underestimate this guy. He has got an ability to make any car sing his tune. So it'll be interesting to see where he actually finishes up tonight. He's got a bit of a knack for just jumping in anything and just going fast. It's a very, very weird skill. We, of course, have Zach Scowen back tonight. Good to see him out there tonight. Hopefully he's got his GPU issues sorted out. He was having all sorts of nightmares basically every time he jumps on. But looks like he's going okay tonight. So, good luck to Zach. Hopefully he gets on all right tonight. We have a new name joining us. Finally, it's Josh Hill in the Yamaha Racing Camaro. He did sign up for the series, and I believe this is his first time actually racing in the series. So good to see Josh Hill making one round at least tonight. Check a man's sock, because he has a bit of a history with his wheel disconnecting at Bathurst in the finale. Lost the championship in the ATCC League, yep. Bathurst is a track full of damn heartbreaks, that is for sure. Phil Whiteman, good to see him back tonight as well. He's currently sitting there in 7th. Some 8 seconds off the pace of Matt Cotter. Matt Cotter 2:10 straight off the bat. Jeez. Slow down, Cotter. Give everyone else a chance. Clear by over a second. Also, shout out to RJ3945. I believe that was an off-stream follow, but it is much appreciated all the same, as Phil Whiteman takes the little shortcut through the S's at Skyline. Certainly saw a lot of heartbreaks there over the weekend with the 6 hour. I didn't actually catch much of the 6 hour, but by the sounds of things, it was Thomas Sargent and Cameron Hill who took the overall honours in a mighty BMW. And got a nice tight little battle going on here in 3rd and 4th, as Josh Hill slides his way up into 7th. I'm unsure if we're going to see Bando jump into the server tonight. I have no idea if he is. Hopefully he does turn up. Good if he could. Just make this race just that little bit more complete. Speaking of joining into races, have a go at the GT Club Discord. Right there, that's how you join up to any one of their series they've got coming out. Marty P. Fando is out. Oh, no. Damn it. That is unfortunate. Looks like we've got 10 drivers, so we should have a decent race tonight, I think. As long as everyone can catch up to Matt Cotter. We have 30 seconds left in free practice. And then we're going into qualifying, which is just going to be a one-lap shootout for each driver. So hopefully we get some good, clean laps in. And here he is, the man of the moment, Dravelmere. Man currently battling away for third in the session. See if Drav can displace ReadyX. Cannot. He does get into the 11s though, so that's good. Kim Weckert. He's currently in 5th place. It's about where he usually sits, as I think we've lost someone diving out of the server. I guess we'll just jump out. John Wright, okay. So, anyone else? No, by the looks of things. So, 10 cars tonight, bit of a shame, but hopefully everyone dives into their next series, which is going to be the Renault 3.5. I think I'm getting that mistaken. Hang on a second. Renault RS01 series. So make sure you get in on that one. But, let's have a look at some times from practice. So Matt Cotter, the clear leader here, a 2:10.001, just short of a 2:09 tonight. He leads the way over Daniel Cicluna by more than a second. And we have Justin ReadyX also 1.5 seconds behind. Dravelmere 1.9. Kim Weckert. See where he ends up after he completes this lap. It's looking pretty tidy for Kim. And Corey Williams, good to see Corey Williams back tonight. He missed the previous round. So, good to see him back. And Weckert does not get into the 11s, but he does close that gap down. Then we have Josh Hill, Phil Whiteman, John Wright, and Zach Scowen. That is practice done and dusted. So, let's bring my lovely face back so we can talk about other things. How much ballast for Cotter? All of it. Just all of it. We don't need to talk about anything else, just all of it. All the ballast for Cotter. Anyway, what we're bringing you this week, we have got round number 4 of the Shakedown Sim Racing GT3, GT4 series on ACC. That's at Donington Park tomorrow night. So make sure you hit the follow button and the notification bell so you don't miss a single second of the action tomorrow night. And then we are going to be live on Sunday night for the next round of V8 Supercars with AK Racing. That is going to be great. Where are they actually racing for this round? Where are they racing? I think it's Barbagallo. Barbagallo. That's actually going to be an interesting night of racing. Let's have a look at what they've got. So they've got qualifying 12 minutes, race 1 and race 2, both 52 laps. Race 2 will be a progressive grid, so that's good. Now, Dusty's least race track, Donington. Why don't you race more Donington? Crime. That's a crime against humanity, mate. Get it together, Dusties. Have you ditched that AMG yet? Nope. That's the spirit. A lot of people ask me if I'm ever going to swap from the Nissan. I was tempted. But, nope. I'm going to stick with the Nissan next season for Octane. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I almost went to the Honda. Not going to lie, it's a good car. Very comfortable car. Also, while we are waiting, I just want to give a bit of a shout out because we over the weekend, obviously, I was watching the Super GT Round 1 and I was totally inspired by the racing. And we're actually looking at restarting our Super GT League on Assetto Corsa. Yeah, it's currently looking at expressions of interest. We're doing things a little bit differently for this time. So, yeah, join into the Discord, get into the announcements channel, and have your say. Well, give me an indication as to what you want to do. It's going to be quite cool. We're doing an individual championship, but we are also doing a teams championship. And we've got Pro, Pro-Am, and Am. So you can buddy up with someone and basically have a bit of fun. Basically, we just want some rookie drivers to learn off some experienced drivers, or 2 drivers to team up and take out the Pro Championship. So basically, a quick rundown. Pro League will be 2 GT500 entries. Pro-Am League, a GT500 entry and a GT3 entry, same manufacturer. And then Am League, which is 2 GT3 cars. So make sure you jump on our Discord, give us your say. Right there in announcements. Hello, Chicken Man Sock. Welcome to the Discord. Are you going more Pro-Am for seal clubbing? No. I've actually moved up into Pro for Octane, and I hope to stay there this time. It was, it was a little bit of seal clubbing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad. I do feel bad. I mean, that last race, I got challenged pretty hard. But I mean, I was happy not finishing outside of the top 15 for the majority of the season. Marty, no, I don't. Cutting the springs out of it. Excellent. And also a bit of a shout out to some of our new members on the GT Club Discord. Let's see. We have Saulius Lauren Vicious, Ghosty, Chifrata, Dalvin Chan, and Big H. Welcome to the GT Club Discord. No, Marty, I do feel bad. I shouldn't have been in Pro-Am. I should have gone to Pro, but just took me too long to get my head around the 1.8 update of ACC. But, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Now that I'm, not in that class anymore, I am. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy that I'm back to Pro. I'll get thumped by Philippa Bakita, and it will be at least in the same class this time. So, yeah, got that going for me. Ruka, shut up. Oh, dear. I barely bring it up, and I bring it up very, very sheepishly. Because I don't agree I should have been in Pro-Am. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to say the winner of Pro-Am Series, Pro-Am Championship in Split Yellow, that was Aaron Salterod. He deserved it. All right, we are ready to go for some qualifying shootout action. And it is Zach Scowen who will lead the way and set the first benchmark time for everyone to chase. And we'll see if Zach can put in a good show for us tonight. Honestly, I've got all my fingers, all my toes crossed for Zach that his GPU holds up. HPM 1992, thank you for the follow. 4 minutes ago, better late than never. I got distracted by everything. 404 followers now. Let's get to 500, guys. Come on, let's go. Share the stream. Then head over to YouTube. Oh, look at this. This is some nice drifting by Zach Scowen. Oh my god. That is some TARDIS stuff right there. I need a TARDIS emote. If you get seal clubbing, I want a TARDIS emote. Looks like it's sorted itself out now, though, so that's good. So, Zach's got a bit of a handicap by the looks of things. His GPU doesn't like Assetto Corsa, and his internet doesn't like Assetto Corsa. So, Zach's doing a very good job just to even be out on track at the moment. So, right behind you, Zach. Called him Jack. You know why? Because I was thinking Hugh Smackman for some reason. And, again, I just defaulted to Hugh Jackman. I don't get it either, man. My brain's weird. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's go do some pixel laps of Mount Panorama with Zach's going to greet us. Runs a little bit wide. Not an ideal run through Murray's. Not an ideal run onto the main straight, but he's away and racing. Back down to first gear, nice and easy through turn 1. Whoa, a little sideways. Manages to gather it up. Have a listen to the glorious note of that V8. Whoa, on the limiter. That's what you love to hear. Commentator's curse? No, I'm not cursing him. If anything, I'm cursing his internet connection and his GPU. But that was already cursed to begin with, so that should cancel it out, right? That's how it works, yeah? Oh, Zach finds the wall at the cutting. Turns into a little drift, though. That's not a bad recovery. Keeps it going up the hill through Sorman. Now to that damn dirty grate. And he gets through there nice and smooth. But Wingnut, who am I supposed to watch? It's a single car shootout. Oh, going very... This is actually looking very smooth across the top of the mountain. Whoa. Okay. Okay, that was a curse. I'll give you that one. That one was a curse. That was one of those insta curses. I did do this to him. I'm so sorry, Zach. I am so sorry, Zach. We'll see him get to the line at least, though. Oh, Zach, please don't prove me wrong. Oh, he gets a little bit of a wiggle on out of the chase. Down to Murray's corner. Overall, it has been a pretty good lap for him. Runs a little bit wide. And he wiggles it across the line at 2:23.5. So, I've seen worse laps. I have definitely seen worse laps. We know across these cars look fun. They are awesome fun, actually. They're not just a little bit of fun. They are huge fun. Tell you who's got eyes. I'll tell you who's got eyes. Oh no, he doesn't have eyes on this livery. Normally puts livery on his eyes on his liveries. That's Dravomir. Anyway, we're looking at Phil Whiteman. I tell you what, actually, my impression of these cars is that they actually seem to get the drive down really well. Hugh, I curse everyone, mate. It's not a personal thing. Look, mate, I'll curse Phil Whiteman, then he'll qualify behind you. Okay. Then I'll curse Josh Hill. Curse John Wright. I'll just curse everyone for you. How's that sound? Deal? It's a good deal. You should take it. Anyway, Phil Whiteman, he's looking like a shoe-in to get into the pole. Maybe he's not gonna make a single mistake this lap. Not a single lap. No cross. That's exactly it. Point car shootout. Everyone gets equally cursed. Exactly. So Phil Whiteman starts his lap. He is absolutely flying into turn 1. Not a single mistake from him. He is not going to run wide at all. And he actually does run quite nicely. That's well done for him. And he fires it up Mountain Straight, heading towards Griffin's Bend, where he will definitely not make any mistake. He will definitely not lock up any brakes on the bumps into turn number 2. And he actually gets that quite perfectly. Doesn't use all the exit space there. Is a very conservative exit on the run up to the cutting. Leaves in second by the sound of things. Now under the tree. This is looking like a very gentle lap from Phil Whiteman. He's not taking any risks at the moment. Oh, he just keeps it off the wall there. That was quite nice. Now to Skyline. He's not going to make a single mistake here. He's taking a very, very careful line through here. These cars obviously not quite nice. And very, very gentle on that throttle. Saw what happened to Zach. No doubt. Saw all the time marks and just went, yeah, nah. Take it nice and easy through there. And now he can open up this big, thick V8 boy. Listen to it sing. Tell you what, there is nothing better than any one of these V8s. Big thumping V8, you can't replace him. Now into Murray's corner for Phil Whiteman. It's been a very, very clean lap for him. Just one more corner to go. Gets it rotated. And he will stop the clock. What is he looking at? It's a 2:20.3. That is not a half bad lap from Phil Whiteman. Now we have Joshua Hill in the Yamaha Camaro. Yeah, you still got plenty of drivers to go. I don't know if Josh Hill is actually on a flyer at the moment. I think he might be on a flyer. There he goes. He pins it. There's a pin for you. That's a 5-star golden bin. And I think he is just going to abandon that lap. So Corey Williams will be the next car out. Yeah, Hugh, I did not curse him. I did not curse him at all. When did I curse him? I defy you to tell me when I cursed him. I didn't. The curse is that skyline curb, as Wingnut has pointed out. And I have to agree with him. That skyline curb is absolute evil. Alright, so Corey Williams in the Williams Racing Camaro. Got a lot of Camaros tonight. Still, we'll have a few Mustangs out there with Matt Cotter, Daniel Cicluna, and John Wright, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, Corey Williams starts his flying lap as he fires it into Hell Corner. Back down to first gear for Corey. Gets it rotated nicely. Stays well clear of that exit curb. Now he begins that long climb up Mountain Straight. Yeah, I'm leaning towards agreeing with you, Hugh. I don't think we have enough time to get through all these laps. Corey Williams running it all the way out to the exit curb of Griffin's Bend. Frank, that is excellent. Excellent observation there. Suppose you could blame Mustang barrier bangs on the car, seeing the crowd behind it. That is a very, very, very good point. Anyway, Corey Williams, nice and easy through McPhillamy. See if he stays off the curb. Oh, he almost grabbed that curb. Now through the dipper. Nice and easy. Now to Forest Elbow. Can he get the car pulled up? This is a very difficult corner to get any car pulled up, let alone one of these thick, fat TA2 cars. Speaking of which, who's actually seen TA2 in real life? Perfect shape and location. Sent a car to Narnia. It has sent many cars to Narnia. Every single race driver has been to Narnia because of that damn curb. Corey Williams now into the final corner. Can he get it pulled up? He gets it pulled up very nicely, actually. And he stays off that exit curb, and he goes top 2:14.7. Kim Weckert is on his way over the top of the mountain. I think he is on a flying lap now. I'd say he is on a flying lap, actually. Starts that big, brave descent. Oh, he finds the wall. Saves it, though. Wingnut cursed him. Wingnut cursed him, not me. Oh, he gets a little bit sideways out of the elbow now. It was looking like a pretty smooth lap for Kim Weckert. Kim's been quite the driver in this series, it has to be said. Yeah, he's taken out a few race wins in the series. Get it through the chase nicely. I don't know that he's going to get onto the front row with this. It's a nice exit out of Murray's, and he goes to the front with a 2:14.012. He's not going to be happy with that one, that's for sure. Druvmir is already on his way around the mountain for his flying lap. Into the cutting for Dravs. He runs it very wide. He's taken the high line. He thinks he's racing NASCAR. The high line does not work at the cutting. Just saying. Is that Mountain Dew or covered in grass? Could be both. It's Mountain Dew and Jim's track limits. Now you can see that Jim has really been busy around this circuit. He has not made a lot of track space here. Oh, Drav! Oh, he saved that nicely. Jim is definitely expanding. That's right. Oh, Drav has found the fence at the elbow. Just to keep it going though. I was saying that was not a bad run down the mountain, apart from that little almost bin at the S's, but then he's binned it at the elbow. Now into the chase for Druvmir. Stays off the curb. Gets it out of the final corner, and he goes top the 2:12.7. Again, another driver I don't think is going to be very happy with that time. Justin Reddick's already underneath the tree now. They're really picking through these shootout laps quickly. I reckon ReadyX can put it on the front row tonight. It's definitely got the ability. Oh, gets a bad run through Reed Park. It's just got to keep it nice and tidy through the S's. Focus on that drive out of the elbow, and he's got that throttle mashed against the firewall now. Yeah, that thing bouncing off the limiter as it's getting airborne down Conrod. Oh, nice and perfect through the chase for Justin ReadyX. Fires it down towards the final corner. And he should stop. I reckon this will be a 2:10, honestly. 2:13.7, so he must have lost a lot of time in the first sector. And now next man to start their lap is the man we had the ride along with, and that is Daniel Cicluna. Backs it in into turn 1. Gets all over the exit curb, and he just saves that. I reckon he'll be working pretty hard at the moment. Still have one more man left to challenge the mountain after Cicluna, and that is Matt Cotter. Instant commentators curse. I'm offended by that. I didn't curse him immediately. I'm building up to it. He's getting through the cutting, absolutely no problems whatsoever. This is looking like, I think he's in the wrong gear there. As he heads under the tree, that would have cost him a few precious tenths, I reckon. Now he comes down towards the damn dirty grate. That was nice and smooth, all one motion. Off the curse ULT, maximum cursification. Yeah, it's a can of curse. That's what it is. Oh, into the dipper. There it is. That was the can of whoop curse. Curse ups. Good stuff. Anyway, Cicluna, he's on his way down Conrod straight now. He's had his big bin across the top of the mountain. Hopefully he can tidy up the rest of the lap to salvage a front row start. Driving will be quite chuffed if he can start off the front row after a dreadful, dreadful lap. No, Hugh, you wanted me to curse everyone, so I'm cursing everyone. That's what I do for my followers. Oh, wait, wait. Scuzz is a subscriber. I shouldn't be cursing my subscribers. Keep giving me money, Scuzz. Anyway, he gets onto the front row, provisional front row. He's not happy about it. Very disappointed by it. Anyway, Matt Cotter, last man on track to set a lap. And Matt Cotter fires that up mountain straight. He's been the fastest in practice, a 2:10, almost a 2:09. We'll see if he can go a little bit faster on his qualifying lap. Yeah, Aussie, what happened, mate? You went out and then you just went straight back to pits. What happened? Oh, Cotter absolutely bashing that that engine off the rev limiter. Gotta be careful. Probably get away with it on the one lap dash, but geez, in these 20-minute races, you want to be very careful. Don't want to blow up the transmission on the first lap. Yep. Witnessing poetry in motion with Matt Cotter. Oh, he's glanced the wall. He has binned it. That was an instant curse. That was an instant curse. So Matt Cotter has absolutely binned it, and he will return to the pits without setting a lap time. So it is your man, Dravomir, who starts off a pole position. Who would have predicted that after practice? No. We're gonna go 4 out of 5 golden bins there, chicken man. Straight away, bang, golden bins. Matt Cotter, that is the bin of the century. But anyway, here is your pole sitter, Dravomir. A 2:12.7. Who would have seen that coming? Less than a second faster than Dan Cicluna. Justin Rediex, the debutant, off of row 2. Kim Weckert, also off of row 2. Corey Williams and Phil Whiteman off of row 3. Row 4, we'll see Zach Scowen and Matt Cotter. Then we have Joshua Hill and John Wright rounding out the field in tonight's race. So, whew, that was exciting. He wanted to work through the field. You know what? I wouldn't put it past him. But you can take the challenge up to Matt Cotter by joining the GT Club Discord and getting involved in their leagues. And also, just a quick little mention that we're looking at restarting our Super GT League. And if you want to have your say on what we're sort of planning on doing there, jump into our Discord and have a look at the announcements, have a look at what we're actually doing. Welcome to Wingnut to the Discord as well, by the by. So, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at what GT Club has actually got coming up soon. Let's have a look. Also, shout out to Wingnut for being a new member of GT Club as well. There you go. So, what have they got coming up now? They've actually got the Renault RS01 series. That's going to be a one-make series. Don't know if it is a lock setup. There you go. They've got 6 rounds. Paul Ricard, Magny Core, Ledanon, never heard of that track. Goryathon, never heard of that track. That sounds like a Greta Thunberg track. Please don't tell me it's Greta Thunberg's track. Oh, God. Heartlake Complex, and rounding out the series at Le Mans. Also, by the by, they've also got the WEC Championship running. When is their next round? Because I'm racing in that one. Should know that. It is Le Mans. Let's see if I can't find the... if I can find the race dates. There we are. So, 30th of April. Oh, God, that is only 2 weeks away. Oh, I've done no practice whatsoever. Neither was my brother, my teammate. We'll get to work on that. But anyway, yep. So, the WEC series for GT Club, that is running about once a month, I would say. So, yeah, definitely get involved with that. James Vanderham won a Renault RS Championship with Oz NZ. Great cars to race. Good to know. And also, just a reminder that tomorrow night, Shakedown Sim Racing on ACC. Gotta love it. It's going to be great. Donington Park tomorrow night. That is brought to you by Cataclysm Sim Racing Computers and Shakedown Racing. So, yeah, hit the follow button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. Then also, next round of the AK Racing V8 Supercar Series from Barbagallo. That's going to be exciting. It's going to be a very, very tough night of racing. But, anyway, we're still waiting for the race server to start up. Hopefully that won't take too much longer. Oh, there it is. Let's join a race server. And I haven't done any predictions, so clean turn 1. I think this one's going to be easy. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? Get your predictions in, get some channel points happening. Deem those channel points to get me following one of your favourite drivers, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We have no faith in GT Club. Never. And then someone always regrets it. There we go. We got people throwing in some yep. You see, this is what I like seeing. 4.1 thousand go races on not a clean turn one. Yeah, you have little faith with the GT Club boys. Oh, that's not good. So, that is really not good. We're gone inverted. All right. I did work out why that is happening, by the way. Right, there we go. So, let's have a look at the starting grid for race number 1 tonight. It is Dravomir and Dennis Lecluna off of row 1. Row 2, Justin Redix and Kim Weckert. Corey Williams and Phil Whiteman will be off of row number 3. Row 4, Zach Scowen and Matt Cotter. Then Josh Hill and John Wright. Oh, James McFarland actually jumping into the server. Oh, that's good. That's good. Haven't seen John Wright jump into the server. Hopefully he's not too far away. But good to see the Kangaroo Valley Mustang in tonight. Better late than never, I say. That brings us up to 11 tonight. So Dusty's I'm all in for death. Mate, I think death is only going to happen if I can just go for a quick little run up the hill. Hopefully we don't run out of range. That's going to happen up here, I reckon. This is where the death is going to happen. Right about... Actually, no. No, I'm being too kind here. I reckon we're going to have some death right about here. The cutting is a point of death. Hey, look, there's a tennis court there. That's good. Imagine living here. I'd love to live here. Ah, GP is playing up. You're joking, Hugh. Joking, Zach. God, I'd love to live here. Who wouldn't want to love living here? That's not rendered inside. That's a joke. That's a bit of a rip-off. Let's have a look around. See a power station. That is amazing technology. Look at that. That's some of that renewable energy right there. Look at that. So powerful. It's lifting the building off the ground. Good stuff. Good stuff. Attention to detail, folks. There's free cam for a reason. My immersion. Let's see. Yeah, we got the little... I think I've done this before. I've played around with this map, just hunting, trying to find things. If you're a map maker out there, please give me some Easter eggs. I love finding Easter eggs on these tracks. Anyway, we are getting set for a start. It is rolling start, of course. Wing nut immersion is already broken. There's no drunken brawls on top of Skyline. Mate, there's also no burnouts happening either. No burnt out AU Falcons. The rubber hanging off the rear bumpers. That is ruining my immersion. Not joking. Not joking at all. Let's bring up a full screen of the track. We need a roo on the track. Mate, we need rain, we need hail, we need wildlife on the track. That's the only way we're gonna get full immersion. And of course the bogans on top of the mountain just doing bogan things. Need the council out there to fix the road for 45 minutes. Yeah, who remembers that? Anyway, let's get set for a race start as the field starts to line up 2 by 2. Had unfortunately one DNF already, that is Zach Scowen. As the field starts to bunch up, I think John Wright not quite on the back of these guys. So we are set for a start. Oh, we are away and racing. We haven't even made it to turn 1 and Dravelmere's gone. As we head into turn number 1. Oh, we're going to have a clean start. I think we are. Oh, sorry, I almost messed that up for everyone, and everyone gets through nicely, so I'll be taking some channel points back, boys. Clean turn 1, as ever with GT Club. We'll get another prediction happening so you can get those points back, though. So we're going to have a new prediction. Who is going to finish higher at the end of this race? Is it going to be Matt Cotter or is it going to be Dravelmere? Matt Cotter's had a bit of a slow start. He's taking his time getting through the traffic. Not a lot of opportunity for him to pass here. So he's got to be very, very careful. Finds the fence. He's just got to be patient here at the moment. Definitely no passing manoeuvre at Skyline. He thinks about it. Hill gets pressured out of it. Oh, we have a car on the fence. That's Justin Reddy. We're going to go 3 wide through the S's because, of course, we can. And somehow they actually made it all through there nice and cleanly. Weckhart's actually made a great start, although he has binned it at the elbow. And now he falls into the hands of Corey Williams and Matt Cotter and the rest of the field. Matt Cotter now up into 4th place. He's now trying to hunt down Kim Weckert. He's tucked into the slipstream nicely. Are we going to see the torpedo come out? Not quite. Oh, Weckert has a very untidy run through the chase. This might give Cotter a chance at Murray's. Might go for the switchback as Dravelmere gets the fast lap of the race at 2:12.7. Oh, Weckert gets a big slide. Coming onto the main straight. Here comes the torpedo. No, he thinks better of it. His cars are not tuned for a dive bomb, that is for sure. And he gets a really bad run up onto Mountain Straight, and Matt Cotter is through. So Matt Cotter from 8th to 3rd. Whoa, that's a bit of rubber banding. Let's have a look at this. ReadyX is trying to get up the outside of Corey Williams going into the cutting. That is never a good idea. Pulls out of it in the slow and furious Mustang. He is under a lot of pressure now from Hill. A little bit up the road behind these guys is James Vanderham. Matt Cotter has already gapped Kim Weckert. 1.5 seconds as he makes his way down the mountain. Oh, Weckert into the fence there. Gets it recovered, gathers it back up and keeps it going. This will bring Corey Williams back onto him and Justin ReadyX and Josh Hill. So we've got a great battle here for 4th place. The gap between Cicluna and Dravelmere is actually starting to come down ever so slowly. Was at 2 seconds, it's now down to 1.2. Now ReadyX looking for a way through on Williams. Gets good drive out of the chase. It's close enough now. just thinks better of it as we have a 2:10.6 from Cicluna. That is fastest lap of the race. Never mind, Matt Cotter, 2:10.4. That's fastest lap of the race. So Matt Cotter is coming. Start the Jaws music. Have a look at the previous time for Dravomir. So he's still in the 2:11s. Whereas both Cicluna and Cotter are in the mid 2:10s. So Dravomir doesn't start putting the hammer down. He's going to get caught by both Cicluna and Cotter, and that will not be good for Dravomir's championship prospects. In fact, while we are waiting for something exciting to happen, see if we can find some championship points. Yeah, not good for your channel points either, chicken. Not good for anyone's channel points, really. I think everyone's gone and bet their channel points on Dravomir. Yeah, you have. V is for Voodoo, live with the 3,000. That is a good question. I cannot find championship points. Maybe maybe you can get onto that one on that, Marty. Oh, we have a battle here. So ReadyX has finally gotten his man. Oh, we have someone off the track. That is Josh Hill. He has binned it pretty hard, and I think he is going to be a retirement from this race. Yes, he maybe. Stop bounce 98. Hello, you. Good today? Yes or no? Absolutely. I've been good for the last 3 days. Suzette, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying this content. This brilliant content. We'll have more of it for you as well. Bring it to you right now because Dravomir is being caught by Cicluna in the Jim's Track Limits Camaro. And these guys are both being caught by Matt Cotter. Now the field has started to spread out at the moment, so it's quieting down. Jeez, how's Matt Cotter? He's really closing in on the back of Cicluna. So Cicluna will be under a lot of pressure as we've gone past half race distance. Only a handful of laps left in this one. So be honest, how many of you out there are sweating? This is the view that Matt Cotter has. He has definitely got the Jaws music playing. And he is flying. He's going to get into the 209s with this lap. There we go. 209.739. Matt Cotter, he is absolutely setting this track alight in this first race. Not happy that he binned it on his shootout lap as Workout sets his personal best at 2:12.0. He's going to have Justin ReadyX on the back of him soon enough. Yeah, he is closing in. The gap between himself and Cicluna almost under a second now. Honestly, I have tried cursing Matt Cotter. The curse just does not apply to him. He's a very capable driver. And he doesn't mind the old send here and there. Ah, there we go. So Matt Cotter leading the way ahead of Vando. And then Dravelmere. So Dravelmere and Cicluna should make up the rest of the podium tonight, I reckon. As Cotter now all over the back of Cicluna now. He's just got to play it cool here. There's no way through at the elbow. Cicluna lights up the rear tyres. They'll cost him a little bit of drive. Cotter just a little bit too far back, I think. Maybe he is the curse. To a couple of drivers, he is the curse, yes. Dan Cicluna, definitely Matt Cotter is the curse, because here comes the curse right now. Here comes the torpedo. He thinks better of it, pulls out of it. Just going to keep the pressure on Cicluna. Cicluna gets it all wrong on the exit of Murray's. And Matt Cotter, he should be able to take the position quite nicely into the first corner. Run Cicluna a little bit wide, a little bit of a tap there. It's Kim Wecko to 2:11.6. He's responded to Justin Reddy-X. And I think Cicluna is having a bit of trouble seeing with the broken windscreen here. But, maybe for Cicluna, he's just hoping that Cotter can drag him up to the back of Dravelmere. So Vanderham into pit lane. I don't think a mandatory pit stop is required in this race. Tell you what, Cicluna is not letting go of Matt Cotter as they head over the top of the mountain. .5 seconds the gap, and watch it drop down as Cotter flies down through the S's. Oh, Dravelmere's found lap traffic. That's John Wright in the BP Ultimate Racing, as Cicluna's caught the short end of the stick there, unfortunately. But that has really helped Matt Cotter. Dravelmere is just looking at that timer at the top of the screen there and just hoping that he can hold out for another 4 minutes. That's about 2 laps around this circuit. 1.3 seconds the gap. We look at the back of Drav's car now. Dravelmere keeping it nice and tidy on the exit of Murray's. Gap stabilises now. Rest of the field, unfortunately, we haven't really got much of a battle. There is not really too much to say between the battle of Kim Weckert and Justin Reddy-X. Oh, Cicluna. Yeah, Cicluna has gone off. He's lost bucket loads of time. Thanks for pointing that out, Wingnut. I missed that. I've got a more exciting battle here. We have Matt Cotter. He's closing in now on the back of Dravelmere. Going to ride on board with him as we go across the top of the mountain. We have seen Cotter make the mistakes. Oh, he glanced at that wall. Somehow manages to gather it up. Oh, Madretsky. Dravomir gets it a little bit wrong going into the elbow. Compression lock for sure. And manually flip the throttle to get the on the downshifts with these cars, of course, and big four-speed gearbox. I'll give them heaps of throttle when you downshift. See now Josh Hill doing his personal best. Oh, we have a bin. That's John Wright. He's in a very, very awkward spot on Conrad Straight. Hopefully he gets that thing refired. In fact, he has dived back to pit lane, so not quite the way he would have wanted to end that race. Now, I'm 99% sure that we have one more lap after this. So Dravomir, he's got to make this Camaro as wide as humanly possible. It's just got to be nice and smooth. There's no way through the mountain. Oh, I say that just the words come out of my mouth. I can't even get them out of my mouth. Drav makes a little mistake through the cutting, and that has allowed Cotter up beside him, but he can't quite get the move done. Oh, look at them sliding it through Reed Park. Oh, Cotter! He's around! Matt Cotter has lost it! He's found the fence coming down the mountain! And he is now in a very precarious position as Cicluna goes into the fence now. So everyone has binned it. And Dravomir is the last one standing. That elevates Kim Weckert onto the podium. It elevates Justin Reddy-X to 4th. But Dravomir finds himself with an 8-second gap. Unbelievable stuff. Just as I was saying that Matt Cotter is the uncursable, he gets cursed. And we have one more lap after this. Dravomir just has to keep this Camaro pointing in the right direction. He withstood the pressure. Matt Cotter got very excited. Yeah, V, I think you got to get your channel points back. We'll have to go through a replay and have a look at what happened to Matt Cotter there. That was spectacular, to say the least. See if he can recover any positions. I don't think he can. 6 seconds, the gap between himself and Reddy-X. Well, at least you get your channel points back, V. He tips it through McPhillamy one last time in this race. We've still got 2 races to go as well, ladies and gentlemen. Reverse grid race number 2 as well, I think. And then progressive grid race 3. I'll drive me a very, very good sim driver. It's been around a million years, I'd say. That was spectacular. A great battle from Dravomir and Matt Cotter. This is what you guys tune into these streams for that's level of entertainment. And it is Dravomir as he just tips it through the chase. I just want to hold my tongue. He's still got one more corner to go. And he almost went wide in the final corner. But Dravelmere takes the win in race number 1. Great race for Dravelmere. James Cicluna will come home with second. He'll be happy with second, I'm sure. But this guy, he's going to be thrilled with another podium. Just another one of these guys that's very quiet, keeps his head down, makes very few mistakes. And he comes home with a podium. Rediex home with a 4th place, top 5 on debut. Matt Cotter, what should have been. He's going to be a little bit raw with that one. Corey Williams will come home with a 6th place. He's got to be happy with that. I didn't see many mistakes from Corey Williams. Let's hand out some channel points. I hand some channel points back, actually. There we go. Now we're just waiting an age here for Phil Whiteman to come through the chase. Then we've got to wait for... Oh, John Wright's already crossed the line in 9th place. He'll be happy that he salvaged the 9th. Kept the car on the track nicely. And Phil Whiteman is the last car on the lead lap. We're waiting on James Vanderham and Josh Hill, who is just behind. But let's head back to pit lane and we'll talk about the final position. So, Dravelmere pulls it over on James Cicluna and Kim Weckert. Justin Rediex home in 4th. Matt Cotter, the top 5 after a spectacular bin going through the S's. Just over Skyline. I want to say, I'm going to bet that he just didn't quite get the rev matching right. And that's what sent him around. Because the cars get very light over Skyline, and yeah, the rest is history. And there we go. Everyone's across the line now. So 10 laps. That's all that's needed to decide a winner here. Okay. Who wants to go through the replay quickly? Because I do. I want to work out what on earth happened to Matt Cotter. We'll break it down as best we can. While waiting for this to load. Let's get a new poll happening. Who was your driver of the race in race number 1? Giving you a couple of selections there. Okay. Let's bring up Stereo Carousel. There he is. Alright, Matt Cotter. Go to the end here. Oh, we're doing burnouts, that's good. Alright, let's ride on board with him. So, ready, wait for it. Oh, he just grabbed the rear brakes and around he went into the fence. Now we're quickly going to pause this because where's Cicluna? He's just coming over Skyline now. What do you think he's going through his mind right now? Oh, probably a fence. All right, glad we cleared that up. So if you're pretty keen to get involved in what you've just seen, then make sure you jump over to the GT Club Discord. They got plenty more coming on. Obviously the Renault RS01 Cup coming up soon. Pretty well straight after TA2 is done, I'd say. And also, don't forget to check out our Discord because we're currently umming and ahhing, tossing up whether we want to restart our Super GT League. Make sure you jump onto our Discord and have a look at what we're planning. I'm glad Ben Piper is in our Discord. Yeah, check out announcements under general info, and that will give you the rundown of what we're hoping to achieve with the Super GT League. But anyway, we're talking about GT Club tonight. And we also want to talk about tomorrow night, Shakedown Sim Racing, ACC, Round 4, Donington Park, GT3 and GT4. You're not going to want to miss that. It's been non-stop action-packed racing for the whole season so far. And still got 5 rounds left, really. Hungaroring, Suzuka, Kyalami, Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch is going to be good. Tell you what, Brands Hatch is going to be good. Oh boy. I think we do have a server up. Yes, we do. We'll jump into that. But in the meantime, we just got a... No, that's the wrong one. Let me bring that back. It's the one I wanted. Also, next Sunday, we have got AK Racing V8 Supercars. Coming to you from Barbagallo. They got, 2 races, 52 laps. Make sure you hit the follow button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live for that one. You're not going to want to miss that. Anyway, let's bring back our game capture. Stop bounce. Ah, you're trying to butter me up. You're looking for a gifted sub, aren't you? So how are we going with our poll? Travelmere on top. 2 votes. Cotter? Only 1? Yes, stop bounce. Gifted sub. I'd love to do that, but unfortunately, my credit card has expired, and Commonwealth Bank is taking its sweet time sending me a new one. Damn banks. Right, let's have a look at the grid lineup for this race number 2. So Josh Hill and John Wright will start off the front row. Then we have James McFarland and Phil Whiteman off of row 2. Row 3, Corey Williams and Matt Cotter. Row 4, Justin Rediex and Kim Weckert. And then we have got Daniel Cicluna and Dravelmere off of row 5, and then Zach Scowen bringing up P11 by himself. Good to see Zach's back in there. Hopefully his GPU has cooled down a little bit. I have to say, that is a really nice livery, by the way. That is tidy, that is. I like that. Anyway, let's go exploring. I'm not really expecting to find any Easter eggs around here because the RT team, I think they've basically lifted this from ACC. We're going to go for a wander at the back. Here we go. Oh, that's a... Oh. Oh, that's... I feel ripped off. Where the driver's supposed to go? Just... Oh, the back door's closed as well. What the hell? That is bad. That is terrible. 0 out of 10. Don't get this mod. Just chuck it out. Chuck it out. Here we go. Here's another house I'd love to own. How much do you reckon this one would go for? Millions and 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 millions. No bad time marks, no drunken fights. Well, I'm looking for him, for you, Wingnut. I swear I'm looking for him. He looks like as though he is not having a good time. He got on the grog last night. He got on the grog last night. Look at him. Look at the bags under his eyes. Look at him. The immersion is up there. The immersion is up there. This man is not impressed by what he is seeing. Not at all. Oh, there's twins there. Oh, there's triplets there. There you go. Crowd is practicing social distancing. following the camera there. That's not creepy in the slightest. Oh, we didn't start a new prediction. Clean turn 1. We got time. We got time. I think. Let's go flying up the hill, and we'll watch the field as they go past. Gonna have a look at that Audi hot air balloon in a minute too. So as John Wright leads us up through underneath the hill. Let's just get their tyres warmed up. Of course, no tyre blankets in this series. Let's get rid of steering carousel, we don't need that. And we also don't need my face on the screen. So John Wright in the BP Ultimate Mustang. See if he can hang on to the lead as he actually finds the fence. Not an ideal start. And he spins out. 360, keep it going, John. Keep it going. That's a good send. John Wright is having a bit of a struggle at the moment. He's sort of telling me that he more prefers the speedway stuff. And of course he's running his own league, the Aussie Motorsport League. They're actually planning to start a Stadium Super Truck series as well, which is going to be pretty cool. Hopefully we get the broadcast for that as well. That'd be a nice little change for us. As the field starts to... John's going for some lawn mowing there. So, in fact, John Wright is pulling into pit lane, so it is Josh Hill who will start the race from pole position. Here we go. We are set for a start. Let's see if we can get a clean turn 1. As we are away and racing, I would say. Yep, we are racing. See if we can get through turn 1 nice and clean. They're fanning out 3, almost 4 wide into turn 1. Almost a touch there between ReadyX and Williams. And we get through nice and cleanly. Ah, you'll love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, we had a clean turn 1. All right. Who's going to finish higher? Let's have a look at this. This is not looking nice. Van Hum on the outside. You don't want to be there at turn 2. Oh, Cotter, he's picked his way through. He's up to 4th place already. And we're going to go 2 wide into the cutting. This is exactly what Josh Hill wants to see. Wants to see it while in front and leading the way. And we've got a good little battle here. Phil Whiteman and Van Hum. Now Matt Cotter looking around the outside, going underneath the tree. This is great stuff. Drummer right up behind Whiteman now. He's next to try and take on the number 7. As he's going to try, he thought about the move into the grate. We see Cycluna now. He's trying to make the move on Kim Weckert as we head over the mountain for the first time asking. ReadyX has had a bit of a slow start. He's down in 9th. He's actually lost a lot of positions as we head over Skyline for the first time. Whiteman leading the way. Weckert a little bit scrappy coming down the mountain. Oh, Whiteman very wide. That's going to compromise his run towards the elbow. Williams also had a bit of a bad run through the S's. This is just allowing Cotter and Vanderhum to get around the outside. Oh, little tap there from Weckert on Drummer. That is going to benefit Cyclone as he goes around the outside of everyone. He gets put into the fence by Weckert. All right, let's get a new prediction happening. Now that I've had time to catch my breath. Let's see. We're going to go Vanderhum and Weckert. Why not? Kim Weckert or James Vanderhum? Ooh, look at Scowen. He's trying to send around the outside of ReadyX through the chase. That doesn't work out for him. He does keep it all together. Who's that off onto the grass? That was Kim Weckert. This battle for 4th, well, Whiteman is proven to be the cork in the bottle. As now Cycluna up the inside, he gets the move done. That was nice and clean for Cycluna. This will give Ready X a bit of a chance going up Mountain Straight. He's on the wrong side of the track to do it though. Oh, Ready X with a big slide. He didn't quite get the rev matching right, I think. He's still side by side with Whiteman as we make the run up to the cutting. Who's going to be the bigger man and back out of it? I think they're both trying to be gentlemen and give each other room. This is what we love about GT Club. Everyone is super clean and respectful to each other. Now Werco's coming under attack from Williams again. At the front, Cotter has not really made any impact on James Vanderham. He's all over the back of him. Quickly check in on these guys. Oh, Cotter finds the fence into the S's. This is allowing Drabomir to get closer. Let's head back to this this train that's forming up behind Whiteman. Look out the back of Whiteman's Camaro as Ready X thinks about a move into the elbow, and Weckert also thought about the move. Oh, Whiteman gets a bad run out of the elbow. Oh, Ready X has had a really bad run out of the elbow. This is going to give Weckert a chance. Down Conrod straight. I think Weckert's just got nosed ahead of Whiteman. Oh, that's a send. That's a send from Ready X. Oh, he's just pulled it up in time. See, fast lap of the race, Matt Cotter at a 2:11.3. He's bottled up behind, well, he was bottled up behind James Vanderham. And, oh, Josh Hill has made a mistake because he's now coming under pressure from Matt Cotter. And I'm sure he was 4 seconds up the road from the battle for second, so he's binned it somewhere. I want to say the chase. Ooh, Hill. Nose is there from Cotter. Oh, little tap there from Cotter, who gives him the hurry up, and Cotter, this is going to be a brave move, and in fact Hill finds the fence. That was a big move from Matt Cotter, and I think Josh Hill has got some steering damage from that. Oh, it survived. He's pointing in a straight line still, but he's got a bit of a spiderweb happening on the windscreen. Similarly, Cycluna, he's overtaken his Kangaroo Valley teammate. Of course, we're going to see Cycluna and Vanderham and Matt Cotter as well taking on Barbagallo on Sunday night. So make sure you hit the follow button, hit the notification bell. Hell, hit the subscribe button. No, Ready X has binned it into the elbow. Oh, that is tight. And these cars, they do not like going from a standing start, that's for sure. Shane Van Cotter. Yeah. Was a very aggressive move. Oh no, Hill spun around in the chase. Don't know if there was contact or if Hill did that by himself. But he's dropped out of the top 5 now. Plenty of time for things to go wrong as, in fact, Dravomir's dropped down to 4th, so something's happened to Dravomir. I wonder if he may have been involved with Josh Hill's incident. Either way, the Humminator, he now leads the charge, chasing down Matt Cotter. He's got his Kangaroo Valley teammate there. Cycluna around the outside. This is going to be brave. Don't want to be on the outside. I think Vanderham will just let him through. I've just realised his name is actually McFarland here, but he goes by either Vanderham or McFarland. Suicide, I will give you a Discord. That's for GT Club. And this one is our own Discord here. Of course, if you want to get involved with GT Club, join their Discord if you want to have a big, look, that is a big send there for Dravelmere, and he has backed it into the gravel trap. That will elevate Kim Weckert up to 4th, so Dravelmere race number 2 from the heights of race 1 to the lows of race 2. He's going to drop all the way down to 7th place, looking for that safe rejoin, and he does get it done. I'll tell you who's going well at the moment. In fact, oh, jeez. Do I want to say it? You know, we got 8.5 minutes on game. Zach Scowen, how good is he going right now? He's up to 8th. His GPU is surviving. He has just binned it. Like clockwork, people. Like clockwork. Ah, dear. He's still got 10th. He's still got 10th. It's good. It's still good. It's still good. Come on, Zach. Keep it going, son. Oh, there's a good little battle here. ReadyX up the inside of Whiteman. These two have been going at it hammer and tongs since the start of the race. I'll tell you what. So now ReadyX finally dispatches Whiteman again. Oh no! Oh no, guys. The commentator's curse is definitely real. I've got a whole bag of commentator's curses right here, and I'm clearly, apparently, not afraid to throw it around. Oh boy. You're joking. I have no words. I have no words. Anyway, Josh Hill now, he's coming under pressure from Corey Williams. I'm tempting his GPU now. Yeah, I certainly am. And there's Josh Hill. He's driving on the ragged edge at the moment. Doesn't mind going full send all race long. Sometimes that does lead him coming unstuck. He almost comes unstuck coming out of the dipper there. Oh, look at this. This is Scandinavian drifting, Scandinavian rallying right here. That nice little Scandinavian flick through the elbow. Gonna get a GG for the Scandinavian flick. I'll tell you what. I'll give 4. That's 4 GGs for Josh Hill. As Dravelmere up the inside of Corey Williams down Conrod straight. As McFarlane now. He's set his personal best, but he is coming under pressure from Kim Weckert soon. The gap down to 2.5 seconds. Weckert is coming. Nippers Petronas. Oh, that's comment of the night, honestly. Well done, Marty. Well done. Now, Josh Hill has had the lap from hell because he has dropped 2 positions to Williams and Dravelmere. He'll be fighting his way through the rest of this race with Corey Williams, I think. Now Josh Hill all over the back of Williams now. Back there side by side going over the mountain. This is a recipe for disaster, surely. Oh, that's a great pass by Josh Hill. Oh, he just keeps it together as well. that, I'll give that another GG. Now, Josh Hill, he's certainly pulling out all the highlights tonight. But we've got a problem for anyone who has put their channel points on Vanderham, which is everyone. Marty. Because Kim Wecker is now all over the back of James Cicluna. That is Zach Scowen pulling over to the right-hand side of Conrod Straight. Oh, no, McFarland, what's happened? Oh, he's gone straight across of Kim Wecker. Oh, my word, how did that happen? Has he got a problem? He has not got a tyre failure or some sort of mechanical failure, does he? Oh, he's got bent steering. Oh, that's Cicluna on the side of the track. So Daniel Cicluna, he has got problems. So now Kim Weckert, he's looking for a double podium tonight. Meanwhile, no problems at all for Matt Cotter. He's just like clockwork. He won't make any other mistakes. None whatsoever. Doesn't even run wide of the cutting. This is just picture perfect driving for Matt Cotter. Zach Scowen has got a huge problem going into the chase. Oh, Daniel Cicluna is now a retirement from this race. So, that elevates everyone up. What is Scowen doing? This is a... Zach? Is... You good, bro? Maybe... I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things doing this commentator gig. I well, you see, you know what? I think you're onto something there, because there we go. That's a new one. The only explanation I can come up with is that Zach figures that I can't commentators curse him while he's driving in reverse. That's the only thing I can think of. He's had enough of me cursing him going forward, so he's going to go backwards for me to curse him. Anyway, Kim Workout, how good? Yeah, no. Not going to say anything. Anyway, let's have a look at our leader, Matt Cotter. He's about to start his final lap. After all that, the white flag is coming out now. This has been an experience, I have to say. Unfortunately, Scowen has just DNF'd. Oh, that is John Wright there. Oh, Cotter. Bit of cigarette paper between Cotter and John Wright there. Oh. Yeah, that explains a lot there, Zach. Did your GPU hold up good this time? Zach, apparently I have been cursing you all night. But I mean, I didn't curse him while he was going on Conrod. I cursed him when he was going over the mountain and he was doing really well. You know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Honestly, you know what? You know, I do commentary with Octane Online every now and then for their endurance series and their endurance events. And you know something? I'm taking that Just Curses award away from James Conroy. Just Curses has got nothing on me. As Cotter backs it through the gearbox going down the mountain. Has to... absolutely has that V8 singing. Gets the power down nicely. Absolutely perfect stuff. Very experienced competitor in cars like these. We see him in the AK Racing V8 Supercar Series. We see him racing just about everything, but V8 Supercars is his love. I'll tell you what, he might be in love with these TA2 cars very, very soon. This will all but wrap up his championship in GT Club as he makes the closest thing to a mistake all race, just then running a little bit wide. And he crosses the line, so Matt Cotter takes the win and the fastest lap on the final lap of the race too. He's done a Brocky. Well done to Matt Cotter. And it's absolute daylight second, and we go back to Kim Weckert. It's turning out to be a great night for Kim Weckert in the Go Racing Camaro. He rounds the final corner to collect his second podium of the night. Gives us a little slide just for a bit of a showboat. And Weckert comes home in second place. Dravelmere, he recovers home for third, so that's a podium for him. Not bad for Dravelmere. He'll be kicking himself, though, for those little mistakes. McFarland, or the Humminator. He almost Humminates himself on the final corner. And that brings Josh Hill very, very close. So Josh Hill comes home with a top 5. Justin Reddick's closing in at a rate of knots on him. Corey Williams out of the final corner. And then we're waiting on Phil Whiteman. So let's have a look at some results. So Matt Cotter and Kim Weckert, followed by Dravelmere. That's your podium. McFarland and Hill, top 5. Justin Reddick, Corey Williams, Phil Whiteman, we're still watching complete his lap. And John Wright rounding out the finishes. Then we have James Cicluna and Zach Scowen, unfortunately at DNFs. So that is that for race number 2. Whew. I'm not going to watch that Twitch clip just yet. I just... Is it wrong that I sort of feel proud of that commentator's curse? Clip is pure perfection. No, I'll watch that a little bit later. That is amazing though. Well, you know what they say with Go Race Promotions. Come for the racing, stay for the curses. Gotta love it. All right, well let's have a look at what we got coming up on the channel. So we got Shakedown Sim Racing tomorrow night on Sette Corsa Competizione. We're at Donington Park tomorrow night, round 4 of the GT3, GT4 league. I guarantee you there's going to be tons of commentators' curses there tomorrow night. So, hey, hit the follow button, hit the notification bell. You're going to love it. Gonna love it. Rick, who says that? I say that. That's a thing now. I'm gonna have to make up some marketing t-shirts or something. Hit a wizard's code, Harry. Anyway, yeah, make sure you join us for Shakedown Racing tomorrow night. And then Sunday night, we've got V8 Supercars with AK Racing, Barbagallo, 2 races, 52 laps, mandatory pit stop, all the works. It's going to be great. We got curses, we got bags and bags. You know what I need? I need a curse bag to actually have on stream. Susity, would you do some commentating for another server? Well, yeah, we're commentating for multiple leagues at the moment. So, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we get on board with the Aussie Motorsport League. As shout out to Susity for joining the GT Club Discord. And we'll also have a look at our own Discord. Susity for joining our Discord as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely get in touch. Also, just a quick mention as well to all of you sitting at home. If you love Super GT, like me, we're looking at restarting our Super GT stuff. I just noticed my hair is really poking out funny out of my headphones. Yeah, if you love Super GT like me, we are looking at restarting our Super GT League soonish. We're just taking expressions of interest. That's going to be quite cool. We've got a few things planned for it. So we've got the individual championship, but then we've also got a teams championship as well. And there are going to be 3 team leagues in that Super GT League. So we have Pro League, where we have 2 by GT 500 entries. Pro Am League, a GT 500 entry and a GT3 entry. And then we have an Am League for GT3, 2 GT3 cars only. So yeah, something a little bit different. We're trying to sort of encourage a bit of help for some of the newcomers, because that's something I've noticed across all the different leagues that I'm a member of, that the same complaints keeps coming up, that new people just aren't getting the support or the help that they need, and they feel a little bit lost in the world of sim racing. So hopefully with this idea, get a few people a lot of experience helping out some newcomers. We're just waiting on a new server to kick over. Oh, I did not give a prediction. Well, Wecker won that one, so I get to take some points off of Marty. I'm happy with that. That's a win. We'll start a new prediction. Clean turn 1. Can we do it? Can we go 3 in a row? Oh, that's cool, Susie. Thought I was being original. Never mind. I'll just go sit in my corner. Van Ham with the left-hand drive car. I'm clipping the walls on the right too often. Yeah, I thought that might have been a problem for a lot of our AK regulars in the V8 Supercar series. You've done a lot of laps around Bathurst, of course, but yeah, you're on the other side of the car. So yeah, I'm not really surprised by that. I thought that might have been a problem for a few drivers, but I think Matt Cotter has definitely got his head around it the best. I didn't even look at the results for driver of the race for race number 1. Oh, Dravomir. There you go. Accidentally closed everything. That's good. Professional strimmer, everyone. Professional strimmer. So we'll start a new poll. Let's see. Driver of the race. So we had Cotter, Workert, Dravelmere. Who was it in? Who wasn't in fourth? Farland, and it was Hill that managed to salvage a top 10 out of that one. So yeah, give me your thoughts on who was driver of the race for race number 2. Bentley hard track. Okay. All right, here we go. We have got a race server up and running. Let's jump in. Driver of the race, Raikkonen. I agree with that. Good call, Marty. Good call. Driver of the race because you cursed me all night. No. That's not how this works, Zach. It's not how this works. You see, I get commentator of the night just for all the curses I'm handing out. Doesn't matter though I'm the only commentator. I'll just get that award. Thank you, Wing. I should give Wingnut a bit of a gifted sub. Jeez, get the words out, man. Always sticking up for me. Commentators stick together. It's good. Love it. More than half. Yeah, it's absolutely more than half. Curses of the night. That comes a little bit later, I think, Zach. Alright, let's have a look at our field. Or not, let's have a look at the sky instead. Alright, let's see how they line up for race number 2. 3. It's been a long night. It's been a long night. Race 3, so Daniel Cicluna and John Wright start off the front row, followed by Phil Whiteman and Corey Williams off of row 2. Row 3 with Justin Rediex and Joshua Hill, assuming Josh Hill jumps in the server. McFarland and Dravomir off of row 4. Then row 5 will be Weckert and Cotter, and then Zach Scowen starting off the back of the grid again. Hopefully he can finish the race tonight. Maybe I'll spread those curses around nice and fair. Just get those curses nice and spread out nicely. You know, Zach? Would you like that, Zach? No, I'm sure it'll go fine. Alright. I'm having too much fun with this drone camera. Way too much fun with the drone cam. I'm going to go for a walk down to the museum. Museum is around here somewhere, I'm sure. Here it is. We have got the National Motor Racing Museum. There's a big thumbs up or something in chat if you've ever been in this building. What on earth? Why is there police cars in the windows there? Yeah. Interesting. Is it New South Wales? Yep, there you go. Visit them if you want. I don't know. It's got to be better than Victoria. And we've got our Hyatt Hotel here. That'd actually be pretty cool, I reckon, to stay in one of these for the 1000 or the 12 hour. As the field makes their way around the track for their formation lap, John Wright leads them away. Hopefully he can lead us to the start line this time. That was a close one there for the commentator's curse. Oh, who's just gotten a drive-through? Whiteman. Whiteman's gotten a drive-through for jumping the start. That is less than optimal for Phil Whiteman. Oh, Zach Scowen has pulled over. I would say that is GPU issues. Oh, maybe. Actually, this could be a genius ploy by Zach. He could just be trying to get those tyres warmed up as he catches up to the field, back to the field. Anyway, John Wright will lead us to turn number 1. So, how many of you have gone for clean turn 1? See, we got a few people who have learned. We've got a few people who have learned. And a few people who haven't learned. Ruka. I suppose what are the odds of 3 clean turn 1s? Who knows? Anyway, let's get rid of my face. I've learnt your streams are messy as... Yeah, okay. When are you streaming, Ruka? When are you going to put up the Friendly Fire compilation? When's the Friendly Fire compilation coming up? I'm waiting for that Friendly Fire compilation. I'll come in the box sometime. Don't know if that's an innuendo or not. Oh no, Zach Scowen's out. So Zach Scowen, he has not even made it to the start line, and we have commentators cursed him. Anyway, we're about to get started for the final race of the season. Zach, you can't believe it, but I certainly can believe it because you have been absolutely commentators cursed. Oh, that's White. Oh, that's right. Whiteman has a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Bit silly. It's a rolling start. These guys should know that by now. Anyway, we are set for a start. Let's get our drone camera into position. We are away and racing. It looks like Cyclone will have the inside line, and Wright is just going to let them through by the looks of things as we barrel into turn number 1. And it is clean. Oh, little touch there. It's all good. Anyway, Daniel Cyclone's gotten the whole shot there. And he leads the field up the mountain for the first time. Clean turn 1, absolutely. It's GT Club, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking around the outside of the Humminator, and it's going to give an opportunity to Cotter. Cotter's now looking for the outside manoeuvre into the cutting. That is bold, but Cotter doesn't mind the old send here and there. Dravomir trying to take advantage, little tap there. They keep going though. And they're still side by side as they head up towards the tree. Cotter breaking into wheel spin, coming over that little rise on the way up to Sorman. And Cyclona just making a break on Corey Williams. Williams leading the rest of the field. Start a new prediction very, very soon. What are we thinking? I want to pick on someone new. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So, new prediction for who's going to finish higher. Is it going to be this man here, Justin ReadyX, or will it be Kim Weckert at the back of this train? ReadyX is all over the back of Williams. Never mind being on the back of him, he's past him. Down the straight, he's taking McFarlane with him as they go into the chase. They're 2 by 2 into the chase. They're still 2 by 2 behind, and McFarlane gets the move done. He's Humminated everyone into the chase. That was beautiful stuff. Cotter and Dravomir still going hammer and tongs behind all this. In fact, Dravomir gets escorted a little bit wide. And now ReadyX leads the charge to try and chase down Daniel Cicluna. 2:14.2 standing lap time for Daniel Cicluna. While everyone else in the 2:17s. As Cotter looking up the inside of Williams. He gets the move done. Williams just giving him space. Gets it all out of shape onto the curb, and that was also Weckert and Dravomir. Marty, there is one tree that I'm talking about when I say the tree. And I'll point it out to you in just a few seconds as ReadyX gets a little bit sideways going through Griffins. And now up towards the cutting. Cotter looking around the outside of McFarland. So, when I talk about the tree, I am talking about this tree here. I covered that up pretty well. That's the tree that all the drivers refer to, though. Anyway, RedX has opened up a little bit of a gap over McFarland. McFarland just losing a little bit of time here and there. To be fair, he has got a charging torpedo on his back bumper, tucked up under the rear wing. Coincidentally, James McFarland scoring driver of the race for race number 2. That's good for him. Good for all his supporters there. Anyway, Cotter is tucked into the slipstream of McFarland. Can he get the move done before the chase? He's got to get it done before the chase, really. He's leaving McFarland nowhere else to go. McFarland is trying to hang around the outside going into the chase, but Cotter has gotten the job done. So Matt Cotter moves up into 3rd place. He continues his charge towards the front of the field. Oh, Weckert around! So Kim Weckert, first mistake he's really made all night. I don't think a triple podium is on the cards in race number 3 for Kim Weckert. Daniel Cicluna, fast lap of the race at 2:11.07. Waiting for the rest of the field to sweep on through. 2:12 for Justin RedX in 2nd. And in fact, RedX is, I think he's getting out of it. He's going to let Matt Cotter through. So, Mustangs lead the way, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go back to Drumway to find the first Camaro, but I don't think it really makes a difference at all. The space frame chassis, basically NASCARs that do left and right-hand corners. Now Matt Cotter is released to try and chase down one of his old foes from AK Racing, Daniel Cicluna. It's still early days, and Cotter has been making a few mistakes here and there. Honestly, I think it's smart from RedX to let Cotter through, because Cotter is absolutely sending it down the mountain. Might drag RedX up to the back of Cicluna. He already really has made up a little bit of time on Cicluna, just following Matt Cotter's lines down the mountain. Have a look at that, the delta of Matt Cotter. He's staring down the middle of a 2:09.7. How do you race against that? In fact, we might be looking at a new record as well, 2:09.5. Could get into the 2:09.4s, never know. Good drive onto the front straight. 2:09.698, fast lap of the race for Matt Cotter. He is on a rampage at the moment. He is torn through the field. He now sets off. He's got less than 10 minutes though to catch Cicluna. Cicluna made the most of that head start he got by starting off a pole position. Grabbing that curve at Griffin's Bend. Going to help him. Tell you what, the gap isn't really decreasing for Cotter on Cicluna. Have a 3-way battle on our hands very, very soon for 3rd, as RedX will come under pressure from Vanderham and Dravelmere. Dravelmere in 5th place, just trying to close the gap down on McFarland. Unfortunately, we got a huge gap between Dravelmere and Williams, and an equally huge gap between Williams and Whiteman. So Whiteman's actually recovered up to 7th after his drive-through penalty. So make sure when you're doing a rolling start, don't jump the start. No rush. Absolutely no rush. Oh, Cyclona's off the track. So Cyclona, the pressure's starting to get to him already, as that gap now drops down to under 3 seconds, almost under 2. It is under 2 now. So Cyclona will have a race on his hands. He did not need to make that mistake. It's Cotter now, 2:09.2 for Matt Cotter. New lap record for tonight. And Cyclona runs wide at turn 1. Now Cyclona, he's going to have to try and make this Mustang as wide as humanly possible. It's just going to drift the car to the center of the track, make it very difficult for Cotter to make the move. He'll return to his line. Oh yeah, start the Jaws music. I think we should start the Psycho music now. Cotter is right on the back of him. The knife is out. He is all over the back. He's almost taken the top layer of paint off this Mustang of Cyclona. See if Cotter can keep it together now. He's got traffic in front of him at the S's. Just amazing the amount of confidence that Matt Cotter has in these cars. See, everyone else is almost tiptoeing these TA2 cars down the mountain. Where every single night, Matt Cotter, he just gets better and better. He gets a little bit quicker every single night. Ranges up onto the back of Cyclona now. Just under 5.5 minutes to go. We have got a decent battle here. Dravomir now moves up into 4th. Floppy disk, I'm a very cursed commentator. No. I'm not cursed. Everyone on track is cursed. Everyone that I commentate is cursed. Get back to this battle for the lead. Into the cutting they go. Cyclona v Cotter. See how much more confident Cotter is at getting close to the walls. Where is the best place for a pass? Probably, I would say the Chase, Murray's Corner, or Hell's Corner, or Griffin's Bend. Oh, look at the back of the number 9 moving around everywhere. Everywhere but Skyliner. No. Oh, Cyclona into the fence. He's managed to save it. Don't know how much damage is on the 9 now. But the back end of that car was moving around like it had hit oil or something. Tactical crash. Made Cotter back up. Yeah, that's right. Certainly slowed down Matt Cotter. Cotter is running out of time, though. Start counting down to 3.5 minutes left to run. Give us about 3 laps. Wait, are you guys counting my curses? Oh, Cyclona runs a little bit too deep. It's going to cost him up Mountain Straight. Again, he'll probably park the car right in the middle of the track. Yeah, that's right, Ruka. Ruka analysing that pretty well. Cotter is super strong across the top of the mountain, but it's one line. Pretty well from the cutting all the way to the elbow. There's just no realistic way to make a move to stick. Ooh, Cotter backing it in there on the compression. We have seen Matt Cotter making some very creative passing manoeuvres here at McPhillamy. Oh, he gives a little nudge there to Cyclona. Oh, Kim Weckert is now DNF. Triple podium not on the cards for Kim Weckert. As we go past John Wright, who's getting right out of the way of our leaders. Good form there for John. Here comes Cotter, who's got the slipstream down Conrad Straight, but he's just backing out of it for now. Well, these TA2 cars go pretty well on the brakes. Another news, Dravomir is onto the podium. It's just dispatched of Justin Rediex. Ooh, big slide there for Cotter. I wonder if Cotter has taken a little bit out of those tyres. He's certainly been pushing hard all race long. Ruka, good point there. If Cyclona can keep it clean, he can defend. Well, what do we keep saying? Have faith in your pace. Oh, big slide from Cyclona. He speedways it out of Griffin's. Yeah, that's right, Wingnut. It is a fixed setup series. I tell you what, Cotter is starting to look very impatient. He finds the fence. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And I think that will be all that Cyclona needs. He's in a good rhythm at the moment. And again, we're going down the mountain now. This is Cotter territory. See, already he's picking up tenths. Yeah, well, big sign that we got here, and we got to credit Naptic once again. Have faith in your pace. Don't push, don't chase the driver in front, just let him make the little mistakes, and that's how you catch. That's how the opportunities open for you. If you try and push, that's when you start making mistakes. You know what, Cursed King, I'll take it. Win or bid. Yeah, that pretty well sums up Matt Cotter. He hasn't got the nickname the Torpedo for nothing. I have to say, he has calmed down a hell of a lot since I first started streaming for AK Racing and GT Club. The gap now down to under a second again. So Cotter is fighting back. We're on the final lap though. One just needs to keep it straight. Oh no! You're joking. Cicluna finds the fence at the cutting. Just made that little mistake, and now that gap is down to under 0.8 of a second. It's going to have to be an almighty send for Matt Cotter, though, if he wants to get past Daniel Cicluna at the final corner, I think. We have got a grandstand finish for you. What a way to round out this league. Oh, Cotter, not again! Not again! Oh, he somehow managed to hold that. I don't know how he did that. Oh, that 77 Mustang, and he finds the fence again. Oh, no way. So Cicluna now. That should do it. 2 seconds up the road now from Matt Cotter. I don't think even Matt Cotter can close this gap in. Unless Cicluna absolutely bins it at the final corner. It would have to be an almighty bin to give this up. But no such mistake here for Daniel Cicluna as he comes home to be the 3rd different winner tonight. And Matt Cotter comes home in 2nd. Dravelmere, great recovery. He comes home in 3rd. Salvages a podium. Rediax another top 5. Vanderham another top 5. And we've got a little bit of a wait for Corey Williams. He crosses the line in 6th place. Got to give a shout out to Phil Whiteman sticking in there all night long. And also to John Wright. Specky K, that'd be Kim Weckert there. Blowing a tyre. That's the 2nd blown tyre we've had tonight, so you're not alone. We better start a new poll for you guys at home. I think I know the results of this one before I even ask. The driver of the race. Who's it going to be? I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to pick, but let's ask it anyway. Driver of the race. Who do you think? Oh, we also have to pick an outcome. Oh, what do you know? Rick won almost everything tonight. But yeah, Justin Rediax, he finishes ahead of Kim Weckert. Right. Let's wrap up this race and wrap up tonight's racing. So Daniel Cicluna takes out the final race of the GT Club TA2 series ahead of Matt Cotter. Matt Cotter will come home with the win overall in the championship. Dravelmere home for another podium ahead of Justin Rediax and James McFarland rounding out the top 5. Corey Williams in 6th. Phil Whiteman in 7th. John Wright 8th. Kim Weckert 9th. And Joshua Hill in 10th. A DNF, or did not start actually. And Zach Scowen, similarly another DNS. Another GPU failure there for Zach Scowen, I'd say. Wingnut, you're most welcome. We're not finished yet. We're going to have a look at some highlights, I'd say. Go through race 2 because I want to see this. I want to see this send that that Zach did. As soon as it all loads up, here we go. It's kicking off in chat. Love to see it. I do hope the GT Club runs these cars again. Speaking of which, if you want to get involved in this, that is not what I wanted. Find it eventually. It's almost there. It's almost there. Oh, no. Interesting. Okay. Got got to do another link. There you go. So, if you want to get involved in this and whatever else GT Club has coming up, there is a link to their Discord. Now let's find Zach Scown. There he is. Okay, okay. He's gotten in front. Did you do it at the chase? You must have done it at the chase there. So while we're waiting for this to play through, make sure to check out our Discord as well, because we are planning a return of Super GT. If you're fans of that brilliant series overseas in Japan. Whoa, okay. Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Zach Scowen has absolutely sent that. He didn't send that from West Australia. He sent that. He sent that from bloody France. How did you manage that, Zach? I demand to know. So, where did your tyre pop? Did it... Oh, it must have popped there. Oh, big tank slap, big tag slap. Around he goes. This is a more backwards... Oh, that was so close. That was so close to being the perfect J turn. And that's where the tyre was popped. Okay. Good to know. France is further than the moon. What? Marty, what school did you go to? I think we've come up with a new nickname for Scowen. I'm going to call him Mater. Call him Mater. Because he can reverse like no one else. That's amazing. I'm stunned by that. I'm sorry, hang on. He has reversed that. And then he's almost done the perfect J turn. Yeah, okay. New challenge series, reverse. Oh no. Hey, I wouldn't need to curse. I wouldn't need to lay out any curses. Alright, let's find out what happened to Kim Weckert. So he had a massive bin. But I think that'll be a Wreckfest night, I think, Ruka. Reverse challenge. Reverse only. That'd fit in Wreckfest so perfectly. Reverse drags, oh god. That is outstanding though. Outstanding. Right, let's find out what happened to Kim Weckert. So he's had a tyre let go across the top of the mountain, I'd say, because, yeah. Oh, I think that's where it let go. And yep, that was it. So... Oh, jeez. So, They're running Pirellis. That's the problem. Stop running Pirellis. Run Bridgestones or something. Jeez. Jeez, people. Run Bridgestones. Bridgestones run well. Don't believe me? Have a look at Super GT. First 2 cars in GT 500 were Bridgestone. Bridgestone's good. Send me money, Bridgestone. Give me money. Anyway, we better talk about what we got coming up on this channel soon. So we have got Shakedown Racing tomorrow night, Donington Park, GT3 and GT4. If you liked what you saw tonight, you're going to love what you see tomorrow night with the GT3s and GT4. So hit the follow button, hit the notification bell, do it now, otherwise you'll miss it. Then we will be back on Sunday night with the AK Racing V8 Supercar Series at Barbagallo. That is going to be a great night of racing. I mean, basically every single night that we're on is a great night of racing. Also, I would highly recommend that you guys jump onto our YouTube channel and subscribe to that, because we are working on a new little project. It's pretty exciting. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Then you get to see all of our streams that we record. So we've been recording for about 2.5 hours. Not bad. But yeah, you'll want to hit the subscribe and notification bell for the YouTube channel, because we've got exciting stuff coming up. What else can we talk about? Because I'm still waiting. On the poll to finish. So far, it is Daniel Cicluna leading the way, 6 out of 6 votes. That is amazing. Well deserved, I think. Show the clip. Show the clip. Okay. I'll show the clip. Let me get something up. Window capture. Do that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Got it. Who's going well at the moment? In fact, oh, jeez. Do I want to say it? You know, we got 8.5 minutes. I'm game. Zach Scowen, how good is he going right now? He's up to 8th. His GPU is surviving. He has just binned it. Oh, my goodness me. That is outstanding. You're not going to see a better curse than that. Oh, thank you, Ruka, for giving me that one. I'm going to send that one to JC tonight. Anyway, we've got our driver of the race. Unsurprisingly, it is Daniel Cicluna standing up to an absolute barrage of an assault from Matt Cotter. So, yeah, not really surprised by that. We're going to wrap this up right here, right now. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined us tonight. Saw that we had over 20 people join us, which is pretty cool. Thank you to the new followers, Susie, HPM1992, and RJ3945, the off-stream follow. Yeah, curse of the night, not wrong. Thanks to all our competitors. Without those guys, we don't have a stream. Hope you had a great Easter. Hope you have a great week. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully. See you later.